We'll focus on the statement part, that is the select, the where, the order by, having, group by, join statements, and then the count, the average, and the measures. So we're not going to be creating any table or database today, but just so that everyone that wants to do this assignment and wants to contribute meaningfully to the group can go ahead to do it. So let's go back. So this is the Brooklyn data. If you go to mode, the Brooklyn data is open source. So there are some that end with underscore MERS, and there are some that end with underscore data sets. Your focus is only on the ones that end with underscore data set. So if you look at it right, you will see that we have customer data set, product data set, geolocation data set, payment data set, other data set, other item data set, other review data set, products, sellers data sets. So those are the main ones. You can also check other ones to see what is there, but I believe that our focus should be on the data set. So if, for example, we want to see all the we want to get all the customer information that we have. So our focus should be on the customer data set. So let's see if we say, okay, select. So if we want to, how do I put it, take all the information from a particular table, or you want to display something, you use the select statement. So what you're saying is that please, you're telling the system to please go and select whatever. Maybe you want to say, okay, all the columns in this particular table, or a particular column in this particular table. And then you use the select statement. So now I want to know all the information of my customers. So where do I go to? I go to my customer data set, right? So I will say select all. I want to first of all see everything that is there. You get from. So you select all. So you want to say all. You don't write all like as a statement. You use this is star sign. Yes, a star sign to select all. But if you want to select a particular column, you will put the column name. You get. So you say select all from Brooklyn. So even if you are using another platform, most platforms you're typing the name of the table, they start bringing it out for you. So it makes it easy for you, because sometimes some people don't label table where and they make it so long. So okay, let's see if this should work. Mm, okay, maybe I've misspelled it. Brooklyn's data, all lists, other. Let me just copy it from it. Okay, so I think I misspelled the data, like the name. So yeah, as I was saying, if we run this now, if we run this select, what it will do is that it will show us all the I don't know if I can. Yeah, okay. So it will show us all the information in that particular data set. So you have customer ID, customer unique ID. I don't know why they are different. Customer unique ID, and the customer zip code preference, the customer location, and then the customer state. So I guess this is like the short name for the customer city, or or the customer state, they kept it in a short name. So yeah, when you use a select all from Brooklyn, you're able to get all information from that particular table. So what if we want to get just a particular column? What you do, like I said before, you could say if I only want to display maybe two columns and I don't want to um, display all the columns in this table, what I will do is I will just put the column names and I will say, okay, select this particular column and this particular column from this table. So this thing is actually a table name. So you will see different table names to go about in your career. You get, so you just say, okay, from this table, give me these two columns. Now let's run this. So you should only select, and I put it, the customer ID and the customer city. So what if I only want it to, maybe I want to test if the table has data. I don't want it to bring all, maybe imagine if you have millions of records, how long this would take. So if I only want it to show probably, or just show me the top 20 or top this thing. So if you're working with Microsoft SQL Server, you would do top here. But for this one, it's limit 20. So depending on where, if you try the first one, it doesn't work, try the second one. So depending on the platform you're going to be writing your SQL script on, you get. So now if we're going to run this, it should only limit us to 20 record, as you can see here, 1 to 20. So any confusion so far for those that have never worked with SQL? Do you have any confusion so far? You've never worked with SQL? Okay, so let's continue. So what if the way it is now, I want to select the number of customers by city. Like I want to know, okay, if take for example this customer and this customer, they belong to the same city. So I want to know all the customers that are, I want to know the number of customers by city. Let me put it this way. I want to know what's that pen? Number of, sorry, I want to know the number of customers by city. When you get the KPI now, I'm focused on. So I want to know in this customer table that we have customer. So I'll use customer unique ID because I believe that that is what is unique to each customer. I guess this one is number of times that they order. So I want to know, okay, for customer unique ID, how many customers do we have in a city? There are two things I'm going to be introducing here, which is the count count distinct measure and the group by measure. So if you want to know a number of something, if you want to know something by something, what you do is that you're going to put that thing as your column in your select statement. And whatever you want to know it by, you just add group in front. You get, that's how you know, okay, what to. So if you write your the KPI and the KPI is want to know the number of or the average of by something, once you see that by something, it means that they expect you to use like a group by a group by clause, you get. So if I want to know the average of something by something or the total number of something by something, that whatever is after that by is what you're going to group the whole statements by. So if I have this and I want to know the number of customers by something, I would want to use the customer unique because I feel like that would be more that would because what you want to know is unique individuals. You don't just want to know if a customer is repeating 5 times, you don't want to count that customer 5 times, because that will give you like a false error. Who can help us the class to say why that would give a false error if we don't use group distance? We don't use count distance. Why could that? It may not give us, but why could that give us a false error? Yes, please go ahead.
So if we don't use count distance, it's going to just count the number. It's not going to count it uniquely. It might, if someone is appearing twice, it might count the person as two people and not just one person.
Yes, and it could make you give a false report. So you can see how little things can actually make you to mislead organizations. So imagine that if you telling that, oh, you people have 100 customers from Lagos, whereas 50 of them are just repeated. They will go and begin to invest in Lagos, not knowing that because you've forgotten to do one single thing. That in SQL, then they're now introducing something they call peer review. But after writing your script, your peers will review it. You get, so you don't go and tell people what is not true and make them start investing or start taking decisions based on that. So we're going to be doing, so we want to know the unique. So we're going to do, please, if you are confused, please let me know, because this is for those that have never touched SQL before. That's that. So if you are lost, please let me know. So if we say this is the way we're going to do it. So count this thing. So this is the syntax. So even if you know what to do and you don't know the syntax, you can just, how do I put it? You can, how do I put it? You can browse it as long as you know what you are looking for. So I hope this is the syntax for this particular one, but let's see how it goes. So the if you want the what you're counting by to also show as a column, you put it there. Then you put group by what? Why did I say you should group by again? Customer city, right? Customer underscore city. So let's see how this goes. I need the comments. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to comment, just for this, use two dash. I think it's the same for Microsoft SQL Server, but I've not checked it. I will check and let you know. So we say group by. So let's see if this would work or this would throw us an error. Okay. Customer city does not. Okay. Oh, they want me to write it full. Okay. No, not all list. I want Brooklyn. Okay, all list underscore. So they want me to put the
There's a typo in your customer.
as a typo in my customer, right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Customer. So let's see if this will work. Okay, so you can see now. Can you see the syntax? So you put your count in front and then you put your distinct customer unique ID and then you put your customer city. But what if I want to change these table names? Please, if you are confused to this point, let me know. What the KPI that we needed to do was know number of customers by city. Like I said, anything after by is where you put your group by. So just imagine that you are just whenever you see by, you just put group by. Sometimes you can see two columns after by. Someone can say group by city and by state. You get. You can see two, whatever you are seeing after your by, even if it's three columns, even if it's four columns, you put other put you put your columns, you put your columns after that group by. Whatever you, even if you say five, you can put group by customer city, comma, group by state. You get. You just put it there like that, and it will come out that way. It will follow a precedent rule of taking the higher one, which is the state one, then followed by the city, and then you now put the count measure. But if whatever you're gonna put after your group by, it's always advisable to also put it here. Put it as in like, yeah. Put like if you put a state, imagine if I put, I know a state is not there. Okay, state is there, but that's imagine if I put state. I have to put it there. But the problem is that if you don't put it here and you put it here, to flag an error. Let me explain again. You can afford to put a new column here and not put it here. It will work. You get. But you cannot afford not to put it here and then put it here. To throw you an error. So whatever comes with a count You get whatever comes after a count, for example, and you put a column there, you must automatically group it. Let me explain the rules to you again. If you put any measure, count, average, I don't know, anyone, sum, and you put a column after it, you must group by. You must group by those columns. But you can also use a group by column without using any form of measure. Do you understand? That confuse you. Whatever column is here must be in the group by statement. So if we have this, um, so let's see now, what if it's a bit, I can't really see the performance, right? So if you want to say, okay, instead of you giving me the result scattered, I want you to give me from the highest to the lowest. That would be descending order, right? From the highest to the lowest. So if I say, okay, what if you want you to, it has given you a result, but you don't like the result it has given you, like you want to be able to say, okay, give me from the highest to the lowest. And that you introduce it to your order by statement. So you can order, you can order by how do I put it? I'm coming. Let me just break for and explain to you. Um, I'm coming. Syntax error at near group by. How's this syntax error? No.
Good morning, Onyeka.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, that order by has to be what do you want to order by? Is it by customer city or not just descending? You have to
Yeah,
put.
okay. Maybe it's sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming. The point is that if I put customer counts, it doesn't, they just give me a minute. Let me save this syntax to work. Let's see, this will work. Okay, so, okay, but I don't want to, mm, 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 mm. No, it's giving, wait, I don't want to order by customers city, because what to do is to bring out the customer city. Okay, this is what I've been trying to get. So, let me explain it for those that don't understand. Let me. So, like I said before, when this result came out, when this result came out, it was a bit confusing because one, this page only displayed the top 100 naturally, so we can't see which city is top performing. You get, it's not in an order form. So now I want to order it, but I don't want to order it by city, because if I order it by city, it will come this way, alphabetical order. Right now it's been ordered, but if you put customer city, it will focus on this, it will use this column to order. But I want you to use this column, which is the customer. I will still explain what I did here to rename the column. I want you to use this. I want you to order this column. You get, is this column I want you to focus on. So what I will do is that this column does not naturally exist in this table. Like, so if I call this column as this name, it will tell you I don't know the column. So you have to call it by the way you created the column. I feel like I've confused people. If you are confused, just let me know. Just talk to me so I'll know how to explain better. I want to order it, yes, but I can't order it by customer city, which is already existing as a table, as a column in this table, because to order it to go alphabetical and to not focus on the figures. I want to order it by the figures. I want to order the figures. The figures I want to order. So I will go and take how I created this column, which is count distinct customer unique hiding. And I'll put it descending because I want to start from the top to the bottom. If I don't put this descending, it will work, but it will start from the default the default should be ascending. Yes. So it will start from the smallest to the largest. But if I put descending, it should start from the highest to the smallest. So who got confused?
Okay,
Please
hello,
go
good
ahead.
morning.
Yes, please go ahead.
I'm confused. I don't know if you can um, do the number of customers by city and state again because I didn't really get that section.
Okay. Who else is confused? Yes, please
Okay,
go ahead.
mine. Sorry, like I kind of missed out on majority of what you've done so far. I might take us back like a little bit back, and that is based on how you imported the data. Like I had difficulty
Okay.
setting up my environment. Yeah, so I just like opened my mode and I searched for Brooklyn here on that right search area. And I'm like seeing a lot of Brooklyn data.o list options there. So like which one do I select?
You focus on the ones that have underscore data sets.
Okay,
There are ones that have underscore data, so that's what you're going to focus on.
okay. I just clicked on it. Okay,
Yes.
products and
So if you want to bring in a table, you use the select statement. So select, so if you want to say all, like I said before, you use the star and then you put from and put the table name.
okay, okay. Okay, so I just need to select that dot data dot underscore data set and then
Yes.
start writing the codes.
So this is the table that we have been using for the practice. So if you want to bring in the table, you could just say select all from, and you put the table name. But
Okay,
you also need to be
okay,
careful because this thing is very long, so you can miss a letter or something. Yeah.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So for the count part, we want the question was to count the number of customers by city. So we thought that okay, these customers they have unique ID, and if we can count distinct a unique ID, and then we put the customer city. When you say by, it means that you should group by something. Yeah. So that's we've not really gone far. I thought you wanted to know if anyone was confused about this line, this order by, because I think it can be confusing. What I'm just trying to say is that if a if you created a column by using measures like count or sum, they don't exist except probably you create this, you write this, you now create you save it as a table. Then you can now call the table and do order by. Because this does not already exist as as a column in a table, you have to bring it in your order by. Mm. Oh. Okay. So let's move to this as something they call aliens. Is it alias? Who can explain that to the class? Who is like more technical and I know that knows what's an alias? Is it alias? I think am I pronouncing it well? Um
Sorry, Oyinka, I think it's alias, like
okay,
giving
alias.
another
Thank
name.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
alias. Who can help the class? Yeah, please go ahead, Adewale.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
If you are using alias from the query that we have on our screen, for example, you want to use alias. Okay, you've already used it here.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
want someone to explain what I do.
If you don't want to mention assume maybe the column or the the aggregate function is too long, so you want to shorten it, so you can use alias as something something. Maybe you are saying select maximum distance, a column, and the column is too long, maybe number of people that registered, for example. So if you don't want to be writing number of people that registered, you just say select maximum or minimum comma number of people that registered as registered, for example. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, thank you so much. So most times, alias is just about associating like maybe a table or like something like this now, like a measure has something. So if you don't want to imagine, I can't. I have to. If I don't put any as there, so it will assume like a count or something. But if this maybe this customer city was very long, like it was first this you get her. So if it's this long and I want to group by, maybe it's very, very long, and I come and group it by it will be very long. So I can start to say, okay, let this one be A. You get anywhere I want to use it. If I want to write, I will explain what a where clause is. If I want to write a where clause, I could just say A. Instead of me writing this full thing, I will just say A or whatever I've associated with it. So alias is just like in will I call this thing yeah, like you explained, associating something to a particular name or something. But as you go ahead, you'll see us use it more and more. So let's go to yeah, yes, please who's talking. Please go ahead.
So now I was trying to listen to. I feel like you're shortening the word you've already written in the bracket already. So instead of writing it long, I'm just trying to follow up what you
Yeah,
said.
yes. Um there your hands are up.
Yeah, sorry, Yinka. I wanted to ask to be sure. So for mode, we can write Python what's it called now, codes for mode, and also do SQL on mode also.
I have not checked though, but they should be able to because it's like it's just an external platform. So it's not as if they are the ones gone that are the owner of all of these things. Just they're like how do I put it? They're like a view, they project it so they can afford to integrate it in Python. So, but I've not checked. But it would be
Okay.
nice though if they have SQL and Python. So you could do more things.
Okay, thank you.
Mm. Who else has a question? Okay. So let's go to our where clause now. So if you have something like this, let's go back to our select all from, like I said before, this is to pick out all the information in a particular table. So if I want to use a where clause is to say like a statement, just like say, okay, I want to know all the customers that exist in a particular maybe city or a state or I think I want to define a where clause is actually having like is it selecting something uniquely or something. No, let me not confuse you. Who can help me with that? How to explain a word clause in a way that someone that is just beginning can understand? Is there any experts in the class? You think if you want to select it based on a condition, then you bring a where clause. If I want to select all from Brooklyn data set, but I don't want everybody, I don't want everything. I want to select it based on a certain condition. Like, okay, the condition is that okay, um, I want all customers' data, but they must all reside in, let's put this Seattle Paulo. Understand? So if you want to like put like how do I put it based on certain condition, that's what I would say. That's the best way I can explain it to someone that is just starting. So if I have okay, I want this data set, but I don't want everybody. I want people that are of this age, are of this height, that are of this ethnic group that belong to this city that like these certain things. So everything that can be added as a condition after like that condition that tends to reduce or let I put it. If I use the word filter, I hope you'll not go and mix it up with these things. But that's just basically if someone can help the class to explain it better. I would like that. But if we're saying okay, um we want to select all from Brooklyn. Am I getting? Yes, please go ahead, Adiola. I can't say this. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's just like a filter where we have a condition. So all the data in the data set that meet up with the condition, they are going to be selected. That's the way I can put like a real
Yeah,
clause.
that's the best way. Thank you. Thank you so much. So if I want to say where, so if I want if that you need to write out the KPIs first. When you write that, especially when you're just beginning, it will guide you on what should I use, what part of this SQL language should I call. So if you're able to, even if they give you like long sentence, they lump so many things together, bringing it out one by one will allow you to know, okay, for this stage, I'll use a select statement, and I'll use a count, and I'll use a sum, and I'll use an average, and I'll join this table to this table to get this information. You get so write it out for. I say, okay, the next thing is customers that must all reside in Sao Paulo. If I select all from Brooklyn's data set, where customer is what, I'll put it there. Sao Paulo. Let's see if this would work. Hmm. Okay, so you can see that the only thing we are having here, customers that what, that how do I put it? Customers that are from Sao Paulo. What if I want to know the count of customers? I only want the city that is Sao Paulo. You can still use it here. So you just put here. You know when you count, it brings all. When you count by city, customer, unique ID, and all of these things, it brings all the cities, at least the best. But if I want to only know where customer cities, um, maybe I want to know two cities, so I will still explain that here. Just I will still explain what I'm doing. Let me just see if it will work. That's one thing about doing live scripts. You got to check if it will work. Okay, so let me explain what I've done. So if I just want, let me see, sorry, I'm doing live script, so if you're going to pardon me, if I just want one, if I want one city, if I want to filter, so let me explain. Remember I told that where like Adiola explained for us, where it was like a filter based on a condition. So if I count distinct, if I count the if you are following, if you've been following and you count unique ID as customer count and you do customer city, if this will give me without this filter, I will have all customer cities and their customer counts. If the KPI is only focused on two cities, you get only two cities from it. If I put the work when like I said, when we are fitting, we're going to use the where clause. I put the where clause and say, oh, Sao Paulo. It will only bring for it should only bring for. They need to improve on their speed though. Maybe it's my net. It cannot be my network. It will only bring for Sao Paulo. But if the instruction is that I want to sit in, A very wrong way to write this is to replicate. You can't do equal to this, comma, and then put the second sitting in. It will throw you an error. It will throw you an error. If you put this, it will tell you it's wrong. If you put this into comma, it will tell you, let's try it. Maybe it should flag an error. See, it will tell you it's wrong, because once you're already putting two things and you want to like say, okay, these two column, what this equal to sign will turn to in. Who got confused? And with this in, you can have as many unique cities as possible. Who got confused? Please, if you got confused, let me know. In the whole in thing.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Faith. Do
Yeah.
you mean that instead, if we're adding more than two conditions, more than one rather, so we change equal to in?
Yes, that's for
Okay.
for one column, not the full word clause is different. Do you understand?
Okay. Okay.
Like if I want to introduce another what I put another column to filter by, maybe I want to say zip code, that will be different. You get
Okay.
that's
Okay.
different. But I'm saying on one particular column, like this is like a filter of a filter. Yes, please go on. So I thought someone wanted to ask me a question. So I have a conditional statement, which is the where clause, and I have one column. But in that one column, I don't just want to filter based on one thing, which is one city. I want to filter based on 3 cities or 2 cities. That equal to sign will turn to in. Another way that is not right that you can write this is that you can decide to, I think, call it twice. But let's see if it will work. But it's actually very wrong. Like it's not. How do I put it? I think you can call it twice, but let's see. You should be able to. Yeah, if you call it twice. Oh wow. Okay, it's not and you use or. You won't use because yeah, someone cannot have 2 cities at once. It's not so yeah. So you use or and it will still bring out the result. Who knew why this worked and why and did not work? If I put and, it won't work.
Okay. Onyeka, I think it's because for it's just like joins. So for and statements and or statements, for and now you have to meet two conditions.
Yes,
Then for or it has to be, if you like meet one of the two conditions, it will like you have a result.
exactly. So in where statements you can use or you can use and. Even if this is a different column, this or statement will still the condition will still work. So what is and what is or? I feel like I'm going too fast. Please, if you're a beginner here and you're lost, please let me know. I don't want to go faster because that's the reason why I'm doing SQL again. Okay. But then the recording is there. You can always like, I hope I'm recording. Oh yes, I'm recording. The recording is there. So in a where statement, you can have and or. So what and is that when you have, for all these are conditions, whatever comes in a where statement are what are condition. Whatever you say, okay, where column is, where customer is this, and customer is this, and zip code is this. All these are conditions they are giving the program for which it should run this statement. So sometimes if an and statement is that both conditions must be met before a result should come out. That is, both conditions must be met in the result. Then that result, if it's an and statement that is here, and you put it for this state for this statement, It means that if any result that comes out here means that it has fulfilled both this and this. But if you don't want it to fulfill both, you want to fulfill at least one of the conditions, you change this to all. You get? That's what happened here. That's what happened here. There were two conditions. A customer city, for give me the number of customers that are both in the city, Palos, Sao Paulo, and also this other city. But if I use an and statement here, there's no customer that has both this city and this city. There's no customer that has both. But a customer can have this city or this city. You get? But this actually like a different way to write the in statement I kept. But no, it actually saves you space. If I just change this to in now, change this to in now, say it saves I makes your code meter. But if you have two separate columns that you want to put condition for, you can't use in. No. In is when there's one column, but there are different, how do I put it? There are different items, unique items that are there that you want to filter based on. I hope I've not confused you, but if you are confused, just chat me up on Slack if you don't want to talk and if you don't feel comfortable and you're not sure you want to talk here. So this is the where statement. So let's improve this where statement. Let's bring our joins. So in terms of join, we have left join, right join, inner join, inner join. There's union too, but it's not part of, I don't know if it's part of a join. Yeah, it's part of a join. There's union. Um, these are the ones you tend to use. Who wants to add more to this? These are the ones you tend to. I think there's full outer. I think the full outer join. Yeah, there's full outer join. There's full outer join. Is there anyone I'm missing here?
Union all.
Huh?
Union all.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I believe that should. Okay. Yeah.
Union is different from union all.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm coming. I'm trying to get to. I have like I have what they call it. I have a diagram for join. So I want to see if I can get to it. Yes, I have a diagram for join. Let me see if I can show this. Okay, so can you see this tab? Can you see my canvas?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, so like I said, yeah,
Yes, we can
if
see it.
you have I like say two tables. You have two tables, table A and table B, and you want to join them. They are different because sometimes the KPI could be unique. You could have a KPI that involves you, let's say, okay, a customer information and a product information could come in. They could say they want to know the number of products ordered by each customers. You don't want to know the customer that has ordered the most from the company within a particular time frame. Probably for the last 6 months, they want to know, okay, the last 6 months, the number of customers that have ordered um the top the top 20 customers is the number of products that they've ordered. If you notice, our customer tables does not have product information or order information or product purchase information. It doesn't have it. And to involve us joining. That kind of joining now that involves customers and the number of orders they've had. Yeah. You have to determine how you're going to join it. If you're going to be using a left join or a right join. But since the join you use is based on what you need to achieve. So for example, if I have customer information on the, well, that's the left side now, and I have product information on the right side. Because it is I'm trying to explain it well. The left join you will use though, the left join because you want to bring everything that is you want okay. Let me explain it well. There's a customer information here. Let me see if I can draw here. Um yeah. So just look at this diagram. So if you did set, I don't know if I think everybody did sets in their math class. I think it would that being junior class DSS1 or SS2. So if you did set, there's you will understand what this means. So left join is that everything that is on the left plus whatever is on B that can also be found on the left. So I'm going to explain everything on A. So if we have customer table, so all the customers, because both product table and customer table will have customer ID, because you need to be able to identify customer that have bought things and also customers as per customer table. I will explain it well. So it just says that everything that's in table A will go and join with whatever that is in table B that is also in A. That's the that's the left join. So it will take all customer information and then it will take customers that have bought things that are existing in B. Let me explain well. There is a customer information, which is A, and it has customer ID. That is the customer table. And then there is the product table, which is the B, that also has customer ID. But you know that it's not all customers. It's not all customers that will be in the product table. It's only the customers that have bought something that will be in the product table. That means you can have a customer in your record who just registered but has not bought anything. So it will not, the customer will not be in table B. The customer will only be in table A. So until the customer has bought something before the customer record will also show in table B. So what we want to do is that left join is that take all customers in A, because I also want to know customers that have registered at the but they have not done anything. So take all, both the one that have bought, the one that just registered and did not buy anything, take all of them, and then go to table B, which has other information, that is customer that have ordered, and look for all the customers, and look for customers that similar customers that are also in the customer table, but they've also bought something from us. That's the left join. Right join is the opposite. It will go to the order, it will press precedent the order table. So if you look at customers that have ordered that are also in the customer table, which is the opposite. That means in this case, tell me what will differ in the result between this case and this case based on my explanation. What will be different in the result? If I do a left join, if A is customer table and B is order table, there's people that have ordered their information and what they ordered for. What will be different between the left join and the right join? What will be different? Who can help the class? Who knows what will be different? If A are customers that are recorded as per customer table, all your customers, both the one that have bought for you and the one that have not bought from you. And B is the order table, which contains transaction information, customer that purchased something. If I use a left join in one case and I use a right join in another case, what will be different in the results?
So the left join would have no values for some
Yeah,
customers since they did not order,
yeah.
and the right join will have only customers who have ordered, so there will be no null values.
So exactly. So it depends. Like I said, the joint statement you use. Thank you so much. Depends on what you're trying to achieve. You get. So let's look at another join. Mm. So like I said, you said that like this one says this is also left join, but it says where B is null. So this will look at customers that that have not, it will be like that null result, like you said. It's only focus on customers that are on the customer table, but they've never purchased anything. So this full outer join would take everybody, both the ones that have purchased, the ones that have not purchased. And if there's, for example, customers that are um in the transaction table, but they're not in the customer information table, which is actually very wrong, because all your customers should be in your customer table, all of them. So how a customer is able to bypass being in the customer table and showing your transaction table should be investigated. So if you want to investigate that, you can actually focus on that to look at where customers that are not in your customer table but are appearing in your transaction table, and you go ahead and investigate that. Okay, who are these customers? Are they unique? Do they have any special offer that makes them not be registered, but they're able to transact? So if they're able to order from you and the informations are there, you get it. That's how you actually, you tend to would I say criticize your table, or just tend to test your table. Because if you had that kind of information, then you should trace those customers. Who knows why? Who knows why? If you have a full customer table containing all your customer information, but then you not check on your transaction table, you have customers that are transacting but are not registered. What could be an impact if you are working in a bank? If customers are transacting with your app, but they're not registered, what could be the impact? I've changed the use case, but I wanted to know if people understand ethics, data ethics, or whatever it is. Who has an idea of what could go wrong? If you don't have your customer information, they're not your customer. Yes, please go ahead, Shola.
It's I think it will have an impact on fraud because you won't know your customers, but they could be doing fraudulent transactions.
Exactly. So thank you so much. That's the main thing. There's a fraud case, and they trace it and they say, okay, this transaction came from a customer from your bank. It's okay, bring out the customer information. You check the customer ID is not your customer table. They will sue you because that means you don't know your customers and they are doing things with your app. They are causing and you don't have their information stored. So if you had their information stored, you could save yourself from the risks. And you just say, okay, oh, the data is EFCC or CBN. This is what the customer gave us as a phone number. This is the customer's address. This is the customer's NI. All of those, all of those. This is the customer's BVN. All of those information that they use to trace the customer. You say, okay, take it. You could even add the customer's photo ID. Like, okay, this is the customer's picture from the day we register the customer. But if we don't have it, it could be actually, but let's go back to our use case that is simpler for everyone, which is customer table and order information. But that just shows you how you can actually query your table. So the full outer join takes everything, both customers that are in your customer table and the ones that have made transaction. It shows you every time. It doesn't like, for example, like this one that will tell you that, oh, the ones that have ordered, the one that are in your customer table and they've not ordered, it won't come out as no. This one will come out as no. The ones that have that are in your customer table that it is not ordered, it will come out as no. But in this case, it won't come out as no. Who knows why? Like in this case, customers in your customer table that have not ordered, they will come out, but they will have enough value in B. But in this case, it's not be no, it will just be empty. Who knows why? That is the full outer join. Who can tell us why? Why do we have two things bring out bring out similar results, but are different in the sense that one will bring out more for customers that have not ordered. Another one will just bring out empty, will just be empty, to not bring out no. Who can help the class? Who can tell us why? We'll go on a break soon. We'll take a 10 minutes break and we'll come back. Who can tell us why? Why should two things bring similar results but still have something unique? Who can help the class?
The work close,
Yeah.
because of the work close.
Yes. So that is called the join. So if called the join for the left join, because the condition says that they should be left join in the sense that you're looking for those ones that are customers that have placed order, but they're also on the customer table. Any other thing that it sees, it will bring out as no. But in the full after join, you're not putting any restriction. You're just saying bring everything to me. So it will not flag anything as it just bring out everything. So the ones that don't have order, it will bring that as empty because there's no instruction saying that it should be restricted to only the ones that have ordered. That's just basically it. But you can try it out and see how it works. So inner join, who can tell us the result? What would be the result of this inner join? What would be the my voice is really cracking. What would be the result of this inner join? If on one place we have customers that this inner join, what this inner join will show is that it will bring it will look for only only customers that are in the customer table and have also ordered. So what will be the result of this? What's the difference between this result and this result? Who can help the class based on what we've explained so far? This ones will bring those that have ordered and those that have not ordered, but just make them know. What would this one do?
So we'll not have any null results because we are dealing with two, what's it called now? We are dealing with customers that meet up the two criteria.
Exactly. There's a strict restriction that we only want customers that are both in this inner join is like an intercept that are both in customer table and there's an and statement there and are also in transaction table. So the inner join kinds of makes it's more restricted than the left join. You get the left join will still bring out customers that are not in the order table or to make them know. But this inner join will say no, they should not even appear at all. Our only focus is on customers that have made that have registered and have also made transaction. So yeah, full outer join is looking for two tables and there's no even point of intersection. There's no both of them are they are not in customer table. They're also I don't think you ever have to use this, but they're not in customer table and they're also not um how do I put it? There's no intersection. There's nothing similar between so they are in they like if you have A, B, C in customer table and then you have D, E, F in B. There's no customer that is in there's no customer that's how do I put it? Trying to explain. I don't you will never use it. I doubt you ever use it in your career, but you don't have any form of similarity. They're two distinctive and it's in most cases return in null value or something. But yeah, you can also try it. But that's just basically it. So let's take a break, 10 minutes break. Then we come back, we write some joint statements and we'll call it a day. I've not yet uploaded Sinas on. I will upload Sinas on. Then we can see how it goes from them. Then for the advanced bits, I will see how we perform in our assignment, and then I will decide if how best to explain the whole. There's an advanced bit to SQL, but most times when you already worked for like a year or 2 years, and you tend to use it. So yeah, let's take a 10 minutes break and we'll come back. Any questions so far? Do we have any questions so far?
Sorry, Faith.
Yes, please.
I don't know. I've been having difficulty trying to use Power BI on my laptop. I've
Okay.
even sent a message on the group. They said I should delete it and uninstall it and install it again. But I'm still having the same issue. So since
What is
last,
it saying?
it just is very slow. It's just not. It doesn't load quickly.
I know. All right. So if I look at this table, which is a customer table, and look at the um other data set, both of them have like customer ID I can join them on. So if I want to say, okay, customers and customers um total order. Yeah, the total order. Should I put like a date frame? Let me put should I put a date? Should I introduce okay, let me just start with this and I'll introduce you to dates by month. So you can see that I've made it more like we are going higher now. So we are seeing customers, the total things they've ordered by month. So definitely we're going to be using group by year. We're going to be using a measure here, and then there'll be a form of joining here based on this KPI we've defined. So let's start. Let me get we're going to be using two tables, which is the customer table. But I don't know if we need the customer table to be honest, except we want to see city. Let's do city by order. Or we should, because normally this already has like, if this had customer name and we also want to get the customer name, that would be different. But let's just give me a minute. I think we could use customer city by order. So let's see, because I think that's better. So let's do customer city and total order by month. So that will actually make it more interesting. So we're going to be using two tables. Let's look at this table. This table. So this table has what? It has order ID. So to get the total order, we just count this order. Order ID should be unique because each order should be unique. And then we join it with this. We get this customer ID too. We join it based on this customer ID. Order that have been purchased. We don't need to do deliver as long as it has been purchased. But then there are different order status too, but we'll look at that. And then the purchase timestamp. This we're going to be working with date and time. So let's go ahead. Let's write our code. So we say select. So distinct order ID as total order. Group by customer underscore city. What did I say again? By month. Let me say month bracket. I don't know if this has this. Let's just say. Let me see if it do. I know in Microsoft SQL. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Why? That's the way I talk even with my own white coding. Let's see if this will work. So in this case, what should we use? What should be our priority table? And should we use a left join or a right join? Who can help us? Based on what I've explained on that diagram. Is someone talking? So I will focus on the customer table because um mm, I'll explain it. Left join because I'm okay with having cities that are no, that is customers that have cities but they've not placed any order. I'm okay with it. So no, okay. Left join. What is this one table? Yeah. So I'm doing a left join because I'm okay with having like at least customers that are in the customer table but they've not placed any order. I'm okay with that. So as you can see, I am giving them aliases. Giving them aliases. Sorry, Adela corrected me on this. I don't know why I keep pronouncing it differently. But yeah, I'm not muted. Okay. Yes. So I'm doing this because, like I said, I don't want to write long thing. Imagine now, when we do a left join, so you do left join, you want to join, you will join on a column that both tables have, or you could join on what is actually like important. So these two now, the column that both of them have is customer ID. This has customer ID, the other one too has customer ID. And sometimes they may not be bearing the same name, but as long as they contain the same information, in the sense that um some a table can call it customer ID, another table can call it customer name. That's actually a reflection on bad data engineering, because in every table, if a data set appears in different tables, it should bear the same name. But sometimes it doesn't, and some people engineer it that one place is customer ID, another place is customer name. But as long as you know that both columns are the same, you can go ahead. So now instead of me having to write this long thing and put it here and then put dot customer ID, because I've told it to take this long thing as A, I will just put A dot customer ID. So because you are joining it on it, so like this is how you write a join statement. So two columns that are the same in both tables. You define your join statement. It could be left join, right join. You define your A, you define your B, and then you say, okay, join these two tables on what? Because you need to join on something. You can't just say join it. Sometimes you can join it on two columns. There are some KPI that you need to say join on A dot this, and A dot maybe customer unique ID is equal to A dot. So depending on the requirement, sometimes you need to join on two columns, and sometimes you could join on just one column. Depends on, I will look for a scenario where you need to join on two, but sometimes you need to join on two. Only when you really want to put a lot of restriction, that is, they must two customer ID must be the same, and two, maybe this one had customer ID, and maybe if this other table had both customer ID and customer unique ID, I would have joined on two just to show that both of them must be the same before this condition can take place. But let's work with one first, since we're just starting. I still don't know if this now has a month function, because I'm supposed to have highlighted it. But let's see. SQL, Microsoft SQL Server has a month. So you want to just put month, and you put it, because the data type for this is date time. Once you put month and you put the column, it just picks out the month for you. But I don't know, because it's not highlighting it. I don't know if this one has, but we'll see how it goes. Let's join this. So what was the question again? So customer, city, and total order by month. So we've kept it. So what else are we going to write? Who can help the class? Based on our question, customer, city, and total order by month. What are we going to be doing next after writing the left join? Hmm? Anyone there? Oh, everyone has gone to sleep.
No, we are here actually.
What else will I write? based on the question, customer, city, and total order by month.
Can you repeat the question?
Huh? I didn't get that. So the next thing we'll do is put I'm not writing any where clause because normally where clause supposed to come no from this the where clause and wait, is it from where? Is it where clause? I'm trying to remember the order of the thing.
Yeah, select from where.
Where then left join, right? Then group by. So it has an order. So it's select from where join statements, right? Join statement. Right? This is syntax. Just give me a minute. Let me not confuse people. There's an order you follow, and you must follow for it to work. Give me a minute. Okay. So yes, it's after where then your join statements. But sometimes you can write, like I say, if you don't have anything you want to filter on, you can write your join statement and ignore the where statement. But if you want to like filter on something, yeah, for your okay. Oh no, you join before you put your where clause. So did you get me? Sorry, I hope I'm not confused you. You join, you put your join first, then you put your where clause. Because sometimes you want to also put filter based on this based on what you're joining on. You could say where B is where B dot order status is equal to deliver. So can you guys see the benefit of this associating a long table name to like a letter? So I don't have to imagine if I had to like delivered. If I only want to see total number of customer purchased in a month where the status is delivered. And benefit of joining tables is that once you've joined it, you can write conditions that is based on one table or is based on both tables, depending on how you feel like. So I can say where customer order is delivered and customer city is this and this. Do you understand me? Or am I confusing you the more?
Sorry, Faith, can you go over it again?
Okay.
Yes,
So the
thank you.
syntax of writing SQL is select from your join statement, your where clause, your group by, your order by. So your group by, you can also put your having. I think because having comes, just give me a minute. I want to see if having comes after group by or it comes before group by. Because there's also group by. Having comes really last. Having is like I will explain having to you, but having is actually like the last. But order two also comes last. So I want to see which one.
Okay, I just checked. Having is after group by, but
Yeah,
before
having is
order
after
by.
group by. So you
Yes.
can see the syntax is actually very important. Maybe you could let me just then before order by. So I could just put this here for everyone. Let me put it on our Slack channel. Yeah, general and just pin it. So once you know the syntax, you just know um you just know how to arrange your statements. So let me comment this. Let me comment this one out. So if I have this, Select count distance, total here, month, date, time, form. Have we answered the question? No. Have we? So followed by what? What are we going to group it by? Based on this question, what are we going to group it by? What are we grouping it by based on this question? Okay.
Sorry, I can't. The upper part of your screen is not so visible.
Okay, wait. Let me do it. Let me remove the comments. So this is the question. Yeah. Again, whenever I comment it, it tends to like fading. But the question is customer city and their total order by month.
So we'll be grouping by month.
Yes. And then our customer city too is there.
Yeah, because there's no aggregate on customer city and month.
Yes. We're going to be grouping by both of them, right?
Yes.
Yes. Because like I said before, if you have aggregation and normally the thing says group by month, but no, there's nothing. Customer city is just on its own. There's no aggregation on it. It's to flag an error if you don't put it in the group by itself. So I want to be grouping by both of them. Who doesn't understand why we're grouping by two things? Normally it says by month. But I remember I told you two rules. One, whatever column is after the by, and then when you write your script and you have aggregation, but then you have another column that is not aggregated, if you don't put it in the group by two, it's a flag an error. Let's see if this will work. If not, we're gonna have to like take a longer step. But let's see, because this thing, the month doesn't. Yeah, I knew that this. Just give me a moment. Okay, it wants me to. So that's the mistake I made. Once you put aliens A and B, when you're writing this thing, if you don't put where you're picking the columns from, let me explain to you. If you have two tables and then you have on your select statement, you have columns from the both table. Like this order purchases from the order, this one, the order ID is from the order table, or the customer stays from the customer table. On default, when you run the script, if you don't put any form of like where the columns are coming from, tables the columns are coming from, it will assume that all columns here belongs to this A. Do you understand? Do you understand why it gave me that error? Because I did not put, okay, this month is coming from B and order is coming from A. It assumed, when I ran it, it assumed that everything here is coming from A. That's the default. So what I have to do to correct this is to say, okay, this one is coming from B, this one is coming from A. And then you can see another benefit of associating it with something shorter. Imagine if I have to copy and paste everything here. My script would just be unnecessarily long and complicated for someone else to read. This one is coming from B. So let's see, this group by two, you need to also put where it's coming from. So A, B, what else again? I think we're good. Let's see if this will work. B, other, oh, I misspelled it. Mm. Mm. Oh, it doesn't have a function. No function. Might need to add explicit typecast. Let's see the data type for this order purchase. Just give me a moment. Let me see the data type. Hmm. This is one thing about life class. You see it the way it is, all the errors, all the confusion that happens behind the scene. So it's saying date time. So if it's date time, it is timestamp. Why is it? Let me see if I can explicitly cast it. Hmm. Hmm? Someone's talking to me. Oh, sorry. I thought someone was talking to me. I'm just going to cast it as date. Okay. But even then, that one should work. But let's see. Let me see. Let me see if this will work. I think it's the program itself. Oh, it doesn't even know the function months. Okay. Hmm. What can we do? Yes. My best option would be
We can use date
with
part.
date part, right? To split it, right? Yeah, what did you
Yeah.
say? To split it. No, that does the best. That does the best. But I didn't want to like confuse people.
Yeah. Hello, the 34th line of the code,
Yeah?
other purchase, the spelling, the
Yeah.
34th line, 34th line,
34th 34th line, right?
line, yeah.
Is the date.
Check. I
I'm
mean, the
trying
spelling there,
I'm trying to understand what are you saying. I'm trying to hear you.
the,
Can you
the,
explain?
thir- the, the
Like
34th
other
line of the code,
purchase,
purchase, other purchase, yeah,
Yes.
is wrong. Is S
the
instead
spelling,
of C.
yeah.
Wait, I'm coming. Wait.
Under group by the
Oh,
34th line.
okay.
C, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I don't okay, I think that is just one of the yeah, it's not saying that's I don't know if dates wait, let me just give me a minute. I'll find like let me see if it will know date part. But obviously it doesn't know. I knew that once it did not hmm, it has date. As it did not flag it. That's one thing about this. They are not as I'm trying to explain. It's not as long as it did not alight it.
Let's try date underscore part.
Okay, it didn't alight it. So if it has date, let's see. This is to cast it as date. Let's see if I can. It doesn't even have month at all. So I think I need to bring out I need to like the way this date is, I need to first of all separate it from date time. Then I need to look through. I might need to. I'm trying to look for the shortest way possible because I have to do this thing manually. It's going to take time. But what I would do on a normal circumstance is to take it as a string and then tell it to pick. Since it will only be two. Let me explain what I would do. Let me explain it in a way that you're going to understand what I want to do now. Since it doesn't have a function, that explicitly tell it. I would tell it to yeah, I'll pick something like this. Take, for example, this. I'll tell it to loop. It should go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since everything here will be 5, and then pick the sixth and the seventh character. Do you understand what I mean? Who is confused? So since it doesn't have a function called month that uniquely pick out the month, because normally the data type, let me see. I will take it as a string and I will tell it to pick the sixth and seventh. I assume that all of the sixth and seventh item.
All of the 6th and 7th item are months.
Yeah, that's what I will assume. But let's see. Let's see if this will work. Yeah,
I just tried the date part. It worked.
date part. How did you put the date part? Date part. Like, but it didn't alight, it just worked, Abby.
Yes, it didn't highlight it, but it worked.
Is it date
Date
underscore
underscore
part?
part.
Okay, let's see. Comma, month. Let's see if that will work.
The
Because
month was before the month before the before the date table, then
let
the
me
date field, and the month in quotes.
let me see. I'm trying to understand. Date part, open comma, month. Is that it? And in
Yeah,
quotes.
no, month in quotes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it works. So let's see if it's going to work there. So in that case, then our group by will be different, right? Let's see if this will work. So it's running. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, thank you so much. So it worked. The date part worked. And what it did was to take apart. I think with this date part, so we can use hours, right? Because it's okay. It's only date part. Yes, you can use hours in date part. So
Yes.
you can work with hours. You can work with hours. You can work with because it's a time. If the data set does not have timestamp, you can't work with hours and minutes because it's only return 0 to you. But I think with this data set, you can look at performance per hours, right? Per hour, look for the hour that you have the most order. So you guys can actually do a lot with this date table for your project. So yeah, we've gotten total order customers, their total order per month. So for customers for each city, this only has one. Should we order? Let's order descending. So let's look for higher, more performing ones and see. And then I think we'll order by both total order and the month because I want, or no, I want the total order to be descending, then customer city, and then but I want the month to be, let's see how it goes. Order by count distinct total order. Let's see how this works. And then mm, I think this time to ignore customer city, and I don't want that to happen. But let's see. Yeah, but I also want it to be. This is when Windows function come. To be honest, but I don't want to carry it there. Let me see if I can achieve this with just this. Just this. Like, okay. I wanted to really order this. But this is where Windows function comes. Normally, I will use the order by partition by open bracket order by. But I will introduce it to Windows. With Windows function, you can take each segment as a separate query, and you can put restriction on this customer city that should still be customer city this way, but this one will be ordered in descending order. But I will introduce it to Windows function. You can use Windows function to do that. But this just actually answers the question. I guess. Are we missing anything? You said what? Um Customer city total order by month. So this answers the question. Who is confused? Who is confused? So we are good. This is like the basic. I think what I've taught is enough for you to get the assignment done, because I'm not expecting you to be experts. I just wanted to show that you've gained like a general understanding of what SQL entails. All right then. Take care. Any question, I mean?
Sorry,
Mhm.
Faith, can we have the recording of this class
Yeah.
before we start the project? And also, I'm trying to understand. I was looking at this month purchase column. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is it like giving us the number of purchase we have in the month?
No, no, no. It's giving, the way we wrote our dates, this is where you will not do typecast. Case when you use a case statement. I'm going to explain. I remember I should explain a case statement. It's not the way we wrote our dates. We wrote it as per 2018/09/10. So we did not say, okay, 3 should be March, 7 should be August, like that. Do you understand?
Okay,
Well,
so
I'm not answering your question. Let me answer. You're asking about this month's purchase, right?
yes, yes.
Yes, so it's the month. It's not aggregating or anything. Let me just change it to month so people will not get confused. It's just the month it happened. So normally with this now, we can do a case statement. Case when month is equal to 1, then so what a case statement does is like it's like if else. Well, I don't think SQL has if else. So it's case when we use. So it takes, okay, in this case, when this particular instruction, give us 1, then we should say it is January. That's a case statement. And then for the way to write it, the right syntax is this way. When this same thing, but since I already said as months, let me see. Do I need to write this long thing again? Oh no, I will still need to write it because I want to. Yeah, I will still need to write it. Yeah, yes. Case when this is true. I don't know if this is a string. Let me see if it's coming out as a string, or it's coming out as a float. It's coming out as a float. So yeah, then you just write it like that. But I think there's a function. There should be a function in SQL that someone has written that you don't need to write it. You don't need to put a case statement. Once you just put it there, it automatically associates each number. Each number as it puts the month. But that's just if we need to explicitly typecast it. Yeah. So you just put this one 3 we match. Just so that you don't confuse people that are going to it. So just put it when you are done, once you write it finish, like when you are done, you just put end as month, full month name. You get. So this way it will, I don't know if it's going, let me see if it's going to be affected by group by. Let me see if it's going to throw me an error. Just give me a minute. Oh, it threw an error. Case when syntax error at near full month name. I suppose just give me a minute. Okay, I'm supposed to put an else. Case when else you complete this, you do it till 12, or you say else not a bit, not a month. Please check. Because if you've done for 1 to 12 and there's still a figure coming out that is not like it's not between 1 to 12, then you need to check it. So let's see if this will work. Still saying, give me a minute, let me check it. Yes, I've done kids when I did the date part. I need to check this thing. Else, not a month, and as full month name. I did the full month name that's causing problem. Let's just remove this. Guess when date purchase pattern is equal to 1, then January, then February, then March. Okay, that was the problem. So you can see it, don't mind me. If I've done it fully, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
If you have done it fully, January, February, March. If you've done it till 12, it will come up. But okay, no, it's in Power BI. That function that automatically changes is in Power BI. But this is it. I hope I'm still recording, yeah. This is it. Yeah. So it brings the full month name. So you don't have to, you can even decide to ignore this one and just work with the full month name. Any other question? So can we call it a day? All right, take care.
Thank you so much, Faith.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll be expecting the recording.
All right, take care. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.